So if having the end in mind, the result, the vision, the image is step number one, creating the plan is step number two. Because if we are going somewhere and don't have a plan, we could end up anywhere. Let's then say that we're going to talk about what is called a strategic plan. And a strategic plan is a plan that is developed with a strategy to get to where we want to go or to achieve the end result that we're looking for. And a plan needs to have objectives. What are the objectives first? What is it that we are, what is it that we like to achieve? Often I work with 3 objectives. And from those objectives, then I develop the goals or talk about the goals, the specific actions that I need, that we need to achieve those objectives. Objectives are a little broader, of course, than a goal. Now, I'm sure that you are familiar, or many of you are familiar with SMART. Those specific actions that we need to take need to be specific, measurable, achievable, reachable, and should have a deadline, time. We need to say by when we would like to achieve whatever it is that we're planning. So let me just come back. So a plan has objectives, has the goals, and then we are going to assign or going to follow these 6 steps. And number 1 is to assign specific responsibility or making one person accountable for a specific result. And if we're talking about our own results, of course, we make ourselves accountable for whatever action we want to take. Number 2, it's important that our plan has a way of being measured, and we call it metric system. There are many online that we can use, and one that I use often is called the balanced sheet card, where you have a way of controlling and measuring and managing the progress of a project. Number 3 is when an issue arises, when there is something that is not working, then let's understand the root cause, not just something superficial, but the root cause of the problem. And this, of course, needs dialogue, needs interaction with the people that are involved, or if it is a project that we are doing on our own, it requires that we question and that we analyze the results that we are having at that particular moment. Number 4 is one that I find very, very, very interesting and very important. And especially if we have a plan and we're working with other people or even with ourselves, is to educate, to instruct, and to coach the people that are working with us, or even ourselves. We need to educate, we need to instruct, and we need to coach ourselves, sometimes being more disciplined, sometimes being more focused, sometimes being more persistent, whatever it is that we need. But number 4, I find it very, very important. Number 5, insist in that everyone complies with the plan. If I'm working with different people, make sure that people follow the plan, because we will find people, and even myself, that it will, sabotage the plan sometimes. Sabotage in a way that I will say, oh, I don't want to do this, or why don't we do this? And it's different than questioning and adapting. I'm talking about not following or sabotaging the plan. And we can only insist on this once we build trust with the people that we're working, and even developing our own trust and belief on ourselves, in our ability to accomplish what we set out to accomplish. And number 6 is to also look for others for tips on how to implement the plan. Sometimes when we listen to others' opinions, and remember in the previous video I talked about listening, and when we listen, it doesn't mean that we're just going to take everyone's opinions and that we have to, but we can evaluate what will work for me, what is this, what is valuable about this idea, and so on. So having the strength and the humility to listen to others and bring about a better result with and from the perspectives of other people, other points of view. And finally, remember that a plan is a plan. And a plan rarely works just exactly as we set out to work it, and it has to be tweaked once in a while. And we need to remember also that if we're working with people, we need to take into consideration the different personalities, how people respond, how people take action, how people listen, and the different ways of the different motivations of individuals that are involved in a project. And that is planning and implementing. Implementing execution requires discipline, and having a clear plan, a clear process, help us to look into it and say what is not working, what is working, what needs to be changed, and how do we do it.